haven't done this while my husband is
Cooking.
here. I just got a new camera.
Woo!
I don't know how to use it. If you hear clingy clangies, it's because my husband is cooking. Hi guys, so we are back with chapter 2.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I told you I'm doing the intro for chapter 2 through 4 first.
Oh.
Konnichiwa everybody, it's Yuki and we're back with chapter 2. Chapter 2 is very plain, simple, so hopefully you enjoy, and again, I'm sorry about the angles and the qualities. Chapter 2, Into the Dark. It actually is the beginning of where Wei Wuxian basically makes Guan Ning attack all the Jin soldiers, and one of them comes running out and he's like, oh my god, are you here to stop Wei Wuxian? And then he's like, whatever you saw here, say the truth and don't lie. The dude's like, okay. And I guess he went into hiding to the point that he gave word, because how else would the cultivation world find out about this that happens next? Because Lan Shan hears galloping, wet galloping. It's a bunch of them. And he turns around to see Wei Wuxian with the lance. It's Wei Wuxian with the wens.
Yeah, imagine with the lance.
Oh my god. It's Wei Wuxian with the wens.
The wens. Okay.
He's like, Lan Shan, are you here to stop me? And he says, no. If you are here to stop me, and this is where we get the true thing from the drama, that he holds out his flute and he's like, if I have to die, it would be an honor by your hand.
Aww.
And I'm just like, oh, true chivalry. Lan Shan goes up to him, doesn't pull out Sui Bian or anything. I'm saying Sui Bian. Chenking.
That's what it's called,
Chenking. Doesn't threaten Wei Wuxian in any way and says, can I join you instead? Wei Wuxian's like, I'm sorry, what? And he's like, can I join you? He's like, I want to help you. He's like,
yeah, I bet he got shocked by that.
He's like, I what?
Goody Lan Shan deciding to rebel and want to help Wei Wuxian. Of course he's gonna get shocked by that.
Right, exactly.
Everyone
would get shocked by that. Lan Shan's basically like, we don't have a lot of time. The Jin's already just left. They might be getting backup. You have to choose like now. And he's like, you see that guy over there? One of the wens that's like literally on a horse by himself? Lan Shan just looks at him and he's like, understood. And it's like, just goes to him and climbs on the horse and tells the dude, hey, wrap your arms around me. The dude doesn't want to get his robes dirty because they're all like light blue and white.
It's all pretty.
And he's covered in dirt. And he's just like, it's fine. Do what you have to do. He gives him his pristine oil umbrella to hold. And the dude wraps his arms around him. Then Wei Wuxian's like, looking back, and he's like, is he seriously like with us right now?
Yes he is.
He's like, okay, let's ride off to where we need to go, which is Burial Mounds, the only place that they will not be hunted and no one dares to come in. But for some reason in the series, everybody wants to go in, so because they're in there.
Which is weird, because they've been told Burial Mound is a place that no one should go because of how much negative energy is there.
Right, and yet they're like, aha, the Wens and Wei Wuxian are in there. We need to go in.
Which is because the only reason why they want to go in there is because freaking they think Wei Wuxian has a Sturgeon Tiger amulet.
Well, technically he does.
Right, no, but still.
So they get there. The horses don't want to go up the mountain. They're cultivator horses. They're basically very, very spiritual, so they don't go up there.
They know what to suspect.
Because they're cultivator horses. They know when to get scared. They know when to not get near. They just leave them at the foot of the mountain, but keeps them gathered together. And the thing that makes me laugh is Wei Wuxian still can't put together 2 and 2. Like, Lan Shan's here, but like, why? And how?
He can't imagine it.
No, he can't imagine it. I mean, would you? Could you? Like, I couldn't imagine it either.
Yeah, a goody that's breaking the rules?
Yeah, it's so weird. He's like, Wei Ying, we need to gather the horses in one place and sell them off, so that way we'll be able to make money off of them. He's like, did you say we? We? Yeah. We need to sell off the horses so that way you have money? Oh yeah, we don't have money. It's like, yeah, it would be smart to sell off the horses. He's like, yeah. He's like, I can handle that and take them into town tomorrow. And he's like, okay.
Like,
you do that. And then while they're dismounting, they have to find a way to get Wen Ning up the mountain. And Wen Ning right now is like in a coma, so basically his body's like a dead body.
Right.
And all of these guys have been starved to death.
They were overworked in the mines.
Yeah, so how are they supposed to get...
who knows how long it even took just to get to Burial Mounds.
Right. It took all night. It took for a good 12 hours.
Yeah, No, they're gonna be
tired.
exhausted,
Yeah.
tired.
I can't even imagine their hips and their back riding those
Fatigued. Oh
horses.
my God.
Yeah. When King, she's like looking at her brother and she's like, I don't even know how we're supposed to get him off the horse. And Wei Wuxian's like this. If I had my golden core, I would be able to pick him up like if it was nothing.
Right.
But he doesn't have one. Wei Wuxian. Lan Shan, he comes in, grabs Wen like if it's nothing, puts him on his back, and he's like, okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Does he show?
You can see his foot. You can see his paws. So that was our dog, whose name is Lan Shan. The thing was, it looked like he was sniffing the poster where Lan Shan is at. So Lan Shan was smelling Lan Shan.
Yeah, great.
Awesome. Lan Shanception.
At this point, he's like, did he just help us?
Yeah.
He just helped us.
He just helped us. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And Wen King is like, when did Long Guanji get here? And Wei Wuxian decides to make a joke.
Of course.
And he's like, oh, you know, he decided to show up because, you know, Cloud Recess is boring. So he wanted to spice up his life a little.
I don't know.
Then she just like looks at him with like a dead face. She's like,
really?
Like, really? Now you decide to make jokes? Really? They get to the base of where Wei Wuxian stayed at. He decides to get the rags, the dead people clothes that he used to warm himself up and make a bed. Basically kind of get like a cat with yarn.
Right.
I'm just like, oh, for the past 3 months he was sleeping on dead people clothes?
Yeah.
I mean, he has to do whatever he does and like
Right.
Yeah.
They have like what? Only hay and then whatever they can dig up.
Yeah.
So they have hay for...
No. I mean, like, when Wei Wuxian was there for the first 3 months, when he was thrown in there by the Wens.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So the first time, he just got those rags off of dead people corpses while he was walking around. That's how he was able to find this place, where for some reason, not a lot of negative energy is in it. It's kind of like the base of the mountain where they're staying at. And he meditated there and was able to harness dark energy there.
I was going to say, wasn't there like a... There's... No, you're going to talk about it. There's a pool there.
Yeah. It's like there was a clan there before it became like this, right? They're ruins. And now that they're basically trying to get them into the main hall where they're in the drama, we see them, that's where they eat. They basically are just now trying to be able to sleep in any way possible. They're hungry, they're thirsty, they're tired.
Right, because they've been traveling all night.
Yeah, so Lan Shan with another Wen decides to go into the forest and to see if there's any like dry grass, more hay, so that way they could be able to at least do some cushioning. Yeah. And right before he's about to leave, he hears somebody crying, and he sees that it's little A1. His A1, his baby.
Baby A1.
Wei Wuxian is watching how Lan Shan is actually very affected with the kid crying, and he thought, oh man, like Lan Shan's gonna think the kid's annoying crying. But what he didn't know is that Lan Shan says something to him, and then picks him up, puts him right here on his waist, like if we did with our Luna, and decides to sway him side to side.
Aww.
I'm just like, oh, daddy A1 moment.
It's cute.
Wei Wuxian's like this. When the hell was Lan Shan good with kids?
He's always been good with kids.
He's always been good with kids. You just didn't know it.
Right. Or
Yeah.
asked.
Yeah, exactly. Even in the main drama, like, you see the interaction with Lan Shan and A1, and A1 listens to him because he sees him with respect.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just like this. Duh! As he finally calms him down, another Wen decides to get A1 off of Lan Shan's hands. And Lan Shan turns around and he notices that he was caught being like that with A1 by Wei Wuxian. Wei Wuxian starts going around the perimeter to see if his talismans from last time are still holding up to be able to get the spirits to not be in their camp. And
his repelling
yeah,
talismans.
Yeah. In this story, mind you that Wei Wuxian with his talismans, it's amazing what this man can do in this story. Seriously.
Like, he's able to tell, like, the different strokes when it comes to, like, someone who just did it for the hell of it.
Yeah. I'm like, this man is really genius with his talismans, for sure. And as he's outside of the protection barrier, the Sturgeon Tiger amulet is basically humming with the fear of the Wens being in there. He can sense it, that they're scared. And it's driving him nuts. He's starting to get more paranoid, more antsy, to the point that he feels like Lan Shan is going to jump them out of nowhere and just kill them all.
Oh, so the Sturgeon Tiger amulet is absorbing that negative energy from the Wens.
Yeah.
Amplifying it and pretty much putting it into Wei Wuxian's head.
Yeah. They basically are voices that are speaking in his head,
Right.
saying like, "Oh my God, he might kill you," or blah blah blah.
Right.
It's like, do you know what you're doing? You might get them killed, blah blah blah. And he's like, no, not listening to them, not listening to them. Right when he's seeing that, he sees Lanchan and a Wen coming back from getting herbs and water that are edible herbs, so that way they can eat something, have something in their system,
Right.
and clean water, so that way they can drink some. They have dry grass, which could actually be piled on with the hay to make it a little more comfy for them to sleep. Wei Wuxian basically can't take it anymore, and he's like, "Why are you here?" He's like, "No, seriously, why are you here?" And Lanchan's just like, "I don't understand. Why did you come with us? Why did you offer to come here with us?" And Lanchan literally looks him straight in the eye and says, "Because you're here."
Aw.
And Wei Wuxian's like,
He's like, what?
And the feels, they start. And he's like, I don't understand. He's like, "You're here. And I want to help. Is that so wrong?" He's like, "No, it's not wrong, but... Oh, okay."
But why are you here?
He's like, it's like saying, "Oh, that's not an answer, but at the same time, I like your answer." And he's like, "Oh, and by the way, the Lens..." He's like, "The Wens separated some of the rags and some of the hay for you." He's about to be like, "But they didn't have to." And Lunch is like, up. They insisted.
Just cut him off mid-sentence.
No, he didn't say anything. Wei Wuxian's like, and then Lanchan's like, "They insisted."
They insisted.
Like, before he could say anything. And then
It's
he's like,
their little gift to you.
and then Lanchan actually does a head count of how many lands they have. There's 31.
Wens.
Wens, sorry. Wens. Jesus, I keep saying lands! There's 31 Wens. The Wei Wuxian.
So you got 31 Wens.
Yeah, that's not
And
including
then
Wei Wuxian and Lanchan.
So that's a total of 33?
33 people. Some of them are injured. One guy has a broken leg. A bunch of them are sick. And they don't have healing herbs or medicine. They have to find a way to get everything. Wei Wuxian's feeling overwhelmed, and Lanchan's like, "Do you need help?" And
Yes,
he's like,
he's gonna say
he's literally like, "Yeah." Lanchan's like, "What can I do to help?" He's like, "We have to find a way to try to heal everybody." He tells Wei Wuxian, "First thing you can do to help, get some rest."
Right.
And he's like, "But I'll keep watch, just in case if anybody followed us." Lanchan makes him go to sleep, into the cave. So he stays outside, all alone, with his thoughts. And then he starts thinking about Big Bro. And he starts thinking about his uncle. What are they going to think the first thing that they hear about this? Because he already knows they're going to hear about it.
Right.
He basically says, like, I need to figure out how to keep Wei Wuxian safe.
Right.
How to make the stuff from the past not happen. To the point he even considers that maybe he should kill Wen Ning. It's not in Lanchan to just kill the innocent.
No.
So, yeah, no. And
Especially
then
the way he grew up.
Right. And now he also has to figure out how to be his old self. The right way of doing cultivation. That's the right way. There's no other ways. It's just that one.
Right.
And he's like, but to get back into that setting is going to be hard because he knows the way he thinks. So that's how chapter 2 ends.
Like I said, it was very, very simple, this chapter. Wei Wuxian being paranoid as hell if Lanchan was going to jump at them and then kill them. And of course, Lanchan thinking about his family and being like, "Oh my goodness, what are they gonna think of me at the end?" But anyways, hopefully you liked it. It's gonna get pretty exciting, I guess, for chapters 3 and 4. So hopefully you stick around for those. And remember, being weird is better than being normal. And I will see you guys in the next one. Jane!